Oh man, you just try and get rid of your dang old blood book and you end up in Yilnoth. Why does it always happen that way? Although I don't think I've actually posted up that episode of Death's Gambit just yet. Oh, wait. Should try and blow up as many of these guys as possible. Get that blood for the checkpoints. Didn't realize that they were going to be embedding them in walls now. Also, nothing? Sort of expected something down the little pit here, but sure. Additionally, also now getting into the real sort of mechanics, you know, the stuff that in the advanced tutorials that I haven't really looked at too much yet. At least it gives you, it's pretty generous with the checkpoints at the start here. I'm fully expecting that starting in Dream 3 that it's gonna get much more stingy with the amount of checkpoints that I can create. Or maybe just the areas that I can go to, considering how slippery this is. Man, the movement here is not easy. I guess that also includes the enemies, but yeesh. Good enough. I got 3 hit points after all. So yeah, pelagic cities and all that. Hey, you can't do any sort of spooky cosmic horror without going underwater. After all, as we all know, the most alien of things are not found in space, but under the ocean. Which, I mean, okay, yes, they are spooky, but I don't know. I also feel like it's kind of played out. Sort of surprised to see it happening this early, though. Thought they would have saved this one for, like, the end of the game. But then again, I don't really know exactly how long this game is. There we go. Might just want to sneak by the Shambler here. Keep this nice and easy. Okay, then. Sure. Ugh. I can get that easy, but it's just like, yeah, I need to do, like, a dash into those guys or something if I really want to take them out effectively. Yeah, this is one of those areas that, hey, I guess it is good for, like, collecting blood, if nothing else. But I'm going to have to put myself in a little bit of danger just even trying to fight these guys in the first place. They're not the easiest fellows to get to. I mean, they're the easiest guys to, like, kick off without actually doing a kick and everything. But, no, that'll work. Okay. Now, either run directly into these things or dash. Either way, it works. There. Yes, okay. And then I'm going to throw down the checkpoint because I want to see what's underneath here. Is that supposed to be... Yeah, okay. So the intent then, I suppose, is to, like, drop down, jump back up. Drop down, jump back up. Which is sure good for probably getting score and everything. But is it something that I really want to mess around with right now? Going to take a little bit to... I'm doing it. I'm already doing it. I might as well. I only need to kill, like, one more enemy then, and now I have another checkpoint, which I might be using... If they keep... Why is Under the Sea the slippy, slidey ice world of the game? At least so far. Oh? Well, that's the first page I've seen. Starting to get fewer and farther between. How do you do that, though? Oh, okay. Okay, I see. It does not stop against walls. How about that? Well, asked and answered. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's like I don't like you can only slide on the ground. You can't slide in midair. That's not a mechanic in the game. But I guess that's why, you know. Anything else here? Well, I'm kind of looking around. No, everything's too icy to even try and climb up the wall. All right, so just gotta go fast, easy enough. Now that I know about it, yeah. And then you gotta go backwards too. Which, you know what? I'll give an attempt. Also, okay, I see. What I'd like to do is I mean, maybe what I can do is I can just kind of jump. Okay, no, it's gonna... Oh, basically what I gotta do is I gotta jump over this and then go backwards. I will not grab onto the wall, but jump over that and then go backwards, which I'll give an attempt, sure. Really, these things are not that fast. Okay. Although me accidentally climbing onto the wall is not really making this easy. At least there, now I figured out that will instantly go down the second that I get on top of it. Hey, let's go, dude. And by dude, I mean... Good enough, whatever. It's enough to go and get the page, which is the goal here. Even though I have no intention on getting all the pages at every level. It's just, I don't know, I think it's cool. I think it's fun to try, at least attempt, right? Can I get a health refill? No, I can't get a health refill. Oh, of course. Yep, gotcha. All right, well, not the smoothest, but hey. Oh, man, speaking of not the smoothest, here's more. There's actually a lot more. There's actually an unconscionable amount more. God, I can only hope that I can get to a checkpoint after this because... You know what? That's not worth getting. I'm out of here. Easy. Now, the problem here, of course, is going to be dealing with these guys. But it seems like, yeah, if I duck and then stand up, it's like they take time to duck and after me, because otherwise I assume I'm going to be getting hit by them if I don't do that. All right, well, if I can get a checkpoint, that's cool. If I can't, I'm not going to go for that page again, because... what's the easiest way to do this? Oh, no. I tried. I gave it my all, but it wasn't good enough. There's also that one knife imp down there, but it's gonna die to the saw blades the second that I go. So all I gotta do is just make sure that I don't get hit by it in the meantime. And let's go. Yeah, I know. I said I wasn't gonna go for the page. I lied. I am gonna go for the page, and I did, and I got it. And y'all are just gonna have to live with the fact that I did that. That I used my super pro gamer skills to go and get the page, which you thought that I was gonna be too cowardly to go get, but here we are. Duck. Unduck. Duck. Unduck. And one final duck on duck. This is my hit remake of the classic kids game, Duck Duck Goose. Oh, there. I can actually get up here easy enough, really. No, not good enough to actually hit those guys into the... I will hit that guy into the spike. And now, hit it upwards, and there we go. Oof, this is like... I'm scared of doing this, but I'm also very close to creating a checkpoint, so I'm going to do it anyway. Hit him upwards. Checkpoint enough? Nope, not quite. Ooh, it's just barely high enough to make sure that you can't do the thing. Oh great, now I gotta get back down too. Yep. And a few saw blades here, a few checkpoints that I am about to... You know what, let's just get up here and do a checkpoint. Yeah. There we go. I'm like 4 of 6. Not bad, not bad. Still only chapter 1. I should probably be booking it. And then here's where, after I now have the ability to respawn, I just completely ignore how to play the video game. Yeah, it's like the second that I'm like, well, I guess I don't really need to worry too much about respawning anymore. Let's play absolutely hideously terribly. I should have known. I should have known that they were going to... There's not even anything up here. They just threw a knife imp at me for no reason. And done. And then I can already see what this is supposed to be. Oh, this is... annoying, though... Right. You're not supposed to hold down... I'm still struggling with that a little bit, where it's like you're not supposed to hold down the... You're not supposed to hold down the attack button to do a kick. Because it's just like, that's clearly the thing that they want you to do here. And also make sure that you don't hold a... The way that it takes you, just like it takes you like a second to the way that it takes you a second to actually set up like the kick is very frustrating. I gotta say, I don't know if I really enjoy doing combat too much in this game. It's like sort of just kind of frustrating to get working with like the whole timing for each one of the kicks. Nothing down here? Really? Huh. Well, I mean, very slippery areas, but, you know. That's a given. Okay, and you, and then I see there's clearly some sort of secret up here, so I'm going for it. It's going to be a page. It's always a page. Yes, there it is. One hell of a page, too, it seems. Given that it's this well protected. Oh, I don't like this at all. But especially because I know that these enemies in particular take like a bunch of hits to kill. Got it. Now, what else is over here? Got any more wacky shenanigans, or can I take my page and go? And by take my page and go, I mean, let's just forget about that page. It's not even so much that it's difficult to get the page, it's more that it's just difficult to get back with knowing after getting said page. Yep. Oh, I see. Okay. Very tricky game, but not tricky enough. Oh, no, no, no. I am only too tricky when it comes to adjusting to your trickiness. Observe as I just did that. Yep. I can also clearly climb around the outside of this? That'd be worth it? No. I'm just going to say right now, no, it's not worth it. Right? I can already see what's going to happen. But, like, hey, at least these guys, I should be able to... I can't jump over them. Oh, wait, no, I can, but it's like, it's way harder than it might look to attempt to do that, which is something. Can I do it? I did. Cool. Now... Yeah, it did take a couple tries because of that guy, but you know, hey, I'll take it because that means I at least managed to accomplish it. Okay. Come on, baby. I should have known that this was going to be what was happening. Ah. Okay, can I get it this time? Yes, all right. Unfortunately, you can see that they clearly planned this out so that there are so many... saw blades around here that you can't really just go get a save point, it seems. That's it. All I really need to do is just kind of like get down here far enough, jump up, and do that. And of course, it's going to be immediately more moving saw blades. Oh well, that said, these things are slow enough moving. I don't really think it's that big of a deal. So I guess this is... Oh. All right then. Okay, got back here one more time. I don't know how well I'm gonna do, but I'll try. Yeah, one of the things I've noticed as I've been, as the game has been getting a little bit more difficult, is that the game does sort of feel clunky in terms of combat. Like the way that you gotta go full stop to kick enemies and stuff like that. It's like it is sort of, hey, rank B though. It is sort of frustrating to actually fight enemies quite often. But hey, there's chapter 1. Starting to get like, yeah, this is like, that was like a good half hour or so. I don't know how I'm gonna get up there, but, yeah, no, not like that. Oh, I don't know, but yeah, it's just like, yeah, level's starting to get longer. Okay. Oh yeah, okay. I think I see the way that I want to do this, which is make sure that anytime I land on a platform that I'm already ready to start jumping up to the next one. Well, Squid Guy's here, not making this easy either. Yep. If I can't dash into these things, they are actually like pretty difficult to fight is the problem. Sure, if I also go like immediately to the right instead, I might be able to find something, but like, yeah, okay. There we go. That'll work for now. I guess I should attempt to set up a checkpoint here, right? Maybe even try and kick that guy upwards, but let's keep it simple for right now. For the time being, chains is the theme of this one. Last one, I guess, was like buildings, and now we got me not being able to do this jump. It's kind of difficult. It's more difficult than it might look. All right, all right. Can like scroll up a little bit. Yeah, the way that these platforms go up and down seems to actually be like not too difficult to deal with. I don't know if I want to mess around with it for too long though. Okay. Oof. This one's gonna be a little bit rough. Got one. I just gotta find out where the second one's gonna be trying to attack me at. Oh, what the hell is that? You have like a down jump? Oh, I didn't even know that. That's a very not generous hitbox on the punches, is there? Ooh, that is enough for a checkpoint. Very nice. Which means I can probably get that like here, right? Or would being next to the spikes prevent me from doing that? Nope. Spikes don't count. Only saw blades, I suppose. Good. That means that's quite a bit of extra protection that I got now. And then I'm able to start from here instead. I don't know. I feel like at this point in time, especially with that last level and the difficulty I was having at the end, it's like, I don't know if I can. Like, I'm going to get enough challenge out of the game. I'm going to get enough challenge out of the game even not attempting to go for... Ooh, I was going to just dash right out. Oh, well, you know what? This works. Okay. Sure. But yeah, I'm getting enough challenge out of the game even outside of trying to get the pages. So I'm just going to... Oof. Tried. Well, like, yeah, they explicitly set that up so you can't just dash backwards, it seems. So, man, them saw hitboxes. Okay. Gonna be... All right, so it seems like the best way to do that, get in there and then jump back out. But, come on now. Which I can do like that. Then you can get a very good look at all of the pixel blood and what that looks like when said pixels are being bled. Oh, boy. I think I get the gimmick in this area. Whoop. Got hurt a little bit, but might even be able to get another checkpoint sooner than later. Yish. I like that. By making yesh sounds. Bam. Is that enough? Not quite. Like, not bad. Oh, this is clearly the... Oh, I was going to say that's clearly the intended thing, but I got one more. One more, baby. Let's go. All right. Heal. Looking good. Yeah, I got this. What is over here, though? Considering that I'm about to die here. That's okay, though. Slightly tricky jumps, but as long as I'm not, like... Probably gonna go direct. Yeah, these things are probably... Oh, I see. I didn't realize that we were doing Wacky Town type of shenanigans. That's what I call... That's what I call this. I call it Wacky Town shenanigans, apparently. Like, I don't know. Oh, I was thinking that all... Oh, that was enough to get a checkpoint. Huh. I guess that works. Not quite the ideal place for it to be, but I didn't really expect that to actually, like, work as a checkpoint, to be honest. All right. Dashing seems to work for this enemy in particular, which I guess is the way I'm going to be doing it. Because I don't really want it around here. Nope. Huh. Yeah, it's like I thought it was supposed to work that it's just like, yeah, you can't make a checkpoint when there's an enemy around you. Or obviously, and you can see like the ice is really trying to push me to the left. Oh man. All right, I'll just do that kick, and obviously I'm gonna have to deal with the ghost again, but that's okay. I can manage it just fine. Maybe. It's hard to say. It's sort of a difficult enemy. If I get it into the saw blade, obviously that's going to be pretty convenient too, but... There. Okay, that'll work. Oh, and here's a second... Whatever, here's a second checkpoint, sure. We'll get right over here, not have to deal with, like, the other enemies and everything. Sure. Okay. Ah, the timing there was quite bad. Oof, I was talking earlier about maybe about like doing this series post-commentary, but yeah, I do think that is definitely going to probably be something to consider in the future. What is down here? Not much of anything. Probably end up doing that for like the next area at this rate. Yeah, well, what is... Am I supposed to, like, go underneath the area? Yeah, like, what is this now? Seems weird. Like, I guess it gives you a good idea of exactly how many times I've died in this place, which is pretty cool. I like being reminded of that. Oh, yeah, there's the... Sure. Yeah, I didn't even notice this lever down here. It was to have my eyes on the prize too much. Yeesh. Walking through the forest of bodies. It's like, yeah, it's a difficult section. What can I say? Okay, well, this one seems to be simple as just kind of go slowly, right? Take a modestly tiny, easy, simple path. Get hit by those dudes. You know how that goes. There. I guess that's probably my... Hey, congratulations, you got... Oh. Not enough to get the... There we go. That's my get a checkpoint type of thing, I suppose. Which I appreciate. I mean, now that I'm just like, yeah... planning to get out of here. It's not like I'm going for the pages or anything right now. Oh, come on now. Bam. Oh, didn't even kill him. Huh. How about that? Yeah. Oh. Well, I'm trying to go for the dash, but it wasn't really doing it. Yeah, because that's the sort of thing that happens if I try and go for the dash. That works too, I suppose. But still, it's like, I suppose with this amount of enemies, though, I'll be able to get a save point really easy. Now then, make sure I don't accidentally jump into stuff, but it actually hasn't been too bad yet. Well, never mind on the whole, like, getting this another checkpoint, then. Maybe I could... grab like this and call it a day. And by call it a day, I mean go up here. There we go. Yep, perfect. Perfect timing. We're doing this post-commentary next time. No question. Okay, and then a couple more just for a nice checkpoint. Good. All right, this seems like a very classic type of platformery type of thing. No, my jump is weird right now. Like, it's way too high. Oh. Doing post-commentary in the next episode? No. We're going to be doing post-commentary right now. I didn't know what to expect for the challenge in this game from the first episode. Yeah, the platforming was kind of tricky, but it still has like the brawler elements, combo systems, scoring. I didn't expect the platforming to get more than just tame, difficult at some points, but not too bad. After playing through this dream, and then getting a coffee, and subsequently playing through the rest of the game in one sitting, yeah, I can guarantee you this has way more in common with Super Meat Boy, Celeste, challenge platformers than I anticipated. So I'm going to be doing post-commentary for the rest of the series. Oh, hey, there's a Chain World done. I'd make a Fleetwood Mac reference here, but I already do that way too much. It's still not too bad, at least compared to Chapter 3. Tory World, sort of getting away from the underwater aesthetics of the earlier chapters, but I guess, hey, still gateways to other worlds and everything. Still consider that but part of the whole theming of the game, right? And hey, we still got chains anyway, so yeah. Starts out nice and easy, but as soon as I get to even just the next section here, it's just, oh man, especially the combat. I was saying a little bit earlier in the episode that it's like, combat is a little clunky here. I'm not a big fan of having to come to a full stop to do a kick, and having like the whole timing on kicks and everything. It's harder to do in the midst of battle than you might think. And the way that like doing dashes and everything, you can't really cancel out of attacks like that by doing a jump like you would in a lot of other games. So it sort of feels a little stiff. It works well enough in most parts of the game. However, with the extreme difficulty that this is presenting, I don't know. It feels like the game could be a little bit tighter in terms of controls, but I don't know. Maybe it's also just something that if I actually looked at some of the more advanced tutorials and everything, I would have a much easier time doing this. Yo, those wraiths, as I've found out they're called, are very annoying to deal with. And although I'm not going to be seeing any more new enemies for the rest of the game, those just become more and more difficult as I see them here. They have a specific mechanic that is not apparent right now, but I guess if you kill an enemy near them or they get showered with blood or something, they go into like super mode, and that is something that provides a lot of challenge in the later episodes. But well, the later dreams, I suppose they're called. But for right now, here's where I find out that apparently those squid things, which I believe are called squiddy things, I can actually go look that up in Steam right now. A surprising amount of lore in this game, purely from looking at the Steam trading cards. Yeah, they are called squiddy things. There's a little bit of lore right up on the card there, too. They have the smallest hitbox that I've ever seen in any video game ever. Okay, that's not true, but I swear that, like, maybe they just have like a lot of invincibility frames or something when they're starting to do the dash, but my god, I had such a hard time in this part trying to get rid of those things. One of the things I can say I really regret right now is putting that checkpoint right there before killing the two squiddy things, because look at the amount of deaths that I got around here. It is, and those are just from, trying to dash into the squid things and then trying to recover from it. Yeah. Getting that bomb kick then there too was also an important thing. Messed that up plenty of times. That's one of the helpful things, even if I'm going to be editing this a lot more harshly for these episodes, is like you can still see exactly where I'm having all of the real big problems. Oh man, it's like the little after images of deaths are great for that, I gotta say. Also, here's where you start to see a lot more usage of the slidey ice, slippy slidey ice platforms all around. Oh man, I've kind of talked about that a little bit before, but the sliding in this game is interesting. It's very intense. I'd actually compare it to old game I played on the channel, Brainlord, which I bring up probably more than anybody else in the entire world has ever brought up Brainlord. But the ice physics in that game were not so much ice physics. Like usually what you would expect from sliding is that your momentum deteriorates, decreases less when you're on the ice. That is not true in that game. In that game, your momentum just stays the same from the second that you step on the ice, and then you start like pinballing around the level. Here, it's kind of the same thing, where your momentum just stays the exact same, and you flip around everywhere, and it's extremely difficult to control your character. But this is supposed to be like a very precision platformer compared to that game, which was, a bad Zelda clone. Well, anyway, that was just dealing with enemies. Here's where a tricky type of platforming section that comes up a few times in the game, even getting a little bit more spaced out and forcing you to do the dash to get in between stuff. It's where it becomes apparent that another thing in this game. Yeah, this is gonna be me. Yeah, maybe the post commentary is gonna be me kind of griping about some of the mechanics here. It's weird because for the most part, I like a lot of like the style and everything in this game, and it works well enough. But there are just like a few select things. Like the combat just feels slightly clunky for the sort of precision they ask of you. The hitboxes feel a little bit too large on the obstacles and everything. And I hate them using the sliding. Stop using the sliding. The sliding is bad. I hate it. Slippy Slidey Ice World is he's everybody's least favorite part of every video game. Why do you make me do it? It's like, yeah, it might seem like I'm complaining about it here, but it's really in the next episode that you're going to get the true iced platform experience coming up here. And right into the spikes. Yeah, usually in a game where you have like extreme precision, like think about like the Tohos, for example. Your actual hitbox is like a tiny pixel in the middle of your body, and your sprite is much larger than that. I think that your sprite corresponds to your hitbox in this game, which is why it's like it doesn't. The hitboxes are not actually that large. That's just not true. It's just it feels like it when you are like trying to dodge around some of the saw blades here. Like I said, it works well enough, but it is still something that these are all very subtle things that don't really come through by maybe just watching the game, but playing it, it's very apparent. Anyway, just kick these things everywhere. It's the easiest way to get them off the platform. In fact, kicking a lot of enemies is just the easiest way to take care of them, period, because they do get stunned for a pretty decent amount of time after you do that. It's just sometimes you want to actually get rid of them rather than There's where the boo elements come in. Of course, when they go into super mode, they don't do that anymore, but yeah. Yeah, it's sometimes you want to get rid of them instead of just kind of kicking them out of the way. Although sometimes it's like these moving platforms and so many enemies that just getting them stunned is more useful than oh boy, hey, oh hey. Is more useful than trying to actually kill them. Enemies take a lot of hits in this game. It's like, as you can see right here, trying to fight these wraiths, it takes a little bit to go. And do keep in mind that enemies do have solid hitboxes. You cannot move through enemies, and enemies will be body blocking you a lot if you're just trying to go through and ignore them for the sake of pure platforming. Stuff like the squiddy things are very obnoxious when it comes to that. Because being flying enemies, they will get in the way very easily. Okay, this is just a bunch of stuff to get you all of the checkpoint stuff that you need to get into the next part of the level, which I appreciate. I mean, anytime you see a lot of enemies, it's like, yeah, that's kind of frustrating. Doesn't go farther that way. It's kind of frustrating to deal with the enemies, but at least you know that means that you're probably getting set up for a checkpoint. Unless it's a battle arena, which I don't know why I would be mentioning that sort of concept right now, but maybe it'll come up. Who knows? I mean, it might. you can already see how they have these little cells that release enemies as you walk far enough or, you know, wait long enough here. It's in the game is what I'm trying to say. Those knife imps. One of the easiest ways to take care of them is just letting them take care of themselves by, like, jumping over a pit and then using your double jump to get back, and then while they just fall down. Ugh. This section took me way too long to do. It's not even that difficult. It's like if it's going clockwise, you thread the needle by jumping underneath the first saw blade. If it's going anti-clockwise, you just jump over the entire thing. And that's really the plan here. Otherwise, kick every enemy out of the way as you do. Hey, if you got a tiny platform, you might as well kick it. Yeah. Now here's where I'm just like, I should probably just, you know, punch these enemies once or so to get into the saw blade, but for some reason I just decide to keep going anyway, which seems like a very stupid idea. But, well, hey, as long as I don't waste too much time fighting things, it's fine, right? Right? Yeah? Oh, no, wait. It's surprising even myself I managed to get the checkpoint here. Really did not expect that. But hey, I'm not going to argue. And no, if you see that type of gap, you need to be climbing on the wall to actually get to actually dodge it. So that's again something that's going to be coming up a bit more in the future. But for right now, all I really need to do is just, hang on the wall for 1 second, then jump off of it. Easy. And then kick everything else into saw blades, because, I mean, it might take me a while to kill these, but to kill the basic shamblers, but it certainly does not take very long for the many, many saw blades. I wonder if there's just... maybe they just, talked to the Pale King, and they were like, oh no, I already made this reference. Damn. Hollow Knight and the Path of Pain. What's up with Saw Blades? It's Super Meat Boy, isn't it? It's always Super Meat Boy. This game originally came out in 2012, 2013. That would be about the point in time when that would be still fresh in everybody's mind. I would say that's almost definitely, if not a reference, but directly inspired here. Because what do Saw Blades otherwise have to do with the spooky cosmic horror? You know? Anyway, here are the battle arenas that I was alluding to earlier. Yep. And everything is perfectly spaced out to make sure that you can't get, well, at least in this room, that you can't get a checkpoint until you deal with the knife imps. It's a lot of fun in that way. And knife imps, as always, are a lot of fun to deal with. Kicking them upwards and then doing the upwards attack, or just doing the dive attack that I accidentally discovered doing this earlier, are pretty much the easiest way to deal with those guys. If you can't get them to just fall off the edge or somewhere. But still, when you gotta deal with like 4 of these dudes at once, it gets a little bit trickier. Trying to bait them into doing the downward stab themselves does open them up to getting hit pretty easily, but you can't always guarantee that that's going to be a thing. Well, anyway, a couple more punches, not kicks, but at least you get a checkpoint in each one of these areas after you finish them. And then wall jumping, got to do it N++ style, where it's like, oh, jumping on the wall gets you... I mean, it doesn't actually get you any more distance, but it gets me closer there, so that's the important thing. Yeah, the Wraiths, when they go super mode, it's not even so much that they still only have a very short range attack that they have to wind up for pretty heavily, but they do block you. You cannot, like, just dance around them, and if you were to, I don't know, have to be fighting them without a floor underneath you, it becomes incredibly obnoxious. Not that I have any reason to bring that up. Anyway, if you were to have to fight multiple ones at once, too, to fight them with platforms that are Okay, this comes up several times later in the game. You get it, right? But for right now, hey, if the squid things aren't interrupting my platforming, they're fairly easy to take care of. I'm not gonna say that I wouldn't die here like once or twice. I mean, you would know because you'd see the bodies on the ground, but it's like it could be worse. Anyway, one more there, another checkpoint, and already back up to the roof of this building. So there we go. That is Dream 2. Oh man, it's picking up. Only gets worse from here. But let's get a preview of what Dream 3 is going to be. Did I already predict it? Yes.